The new 2025 Toyota RAV4 is coming with big improvements, which could turn this super popular model into an even more dominant force. Such reports are coming from various sides, so we decided to take a little bit closer look and see what's exactly happening with the next year model. Is it going to bring a completely new design, or does the current generation still have enough quality to outperform the competition in terms of sales numbers? Stay with us to find out, but first, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons to become part of our community and enjoy numerous previews and reviews of the most important models on the market. As we've just mentioned, things are a little bit unclear about the 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. While it's pretty clear that the new generation is in development, we're not sure if it will be ready to hit the market by the end of this year. Almost half of 2024 already passed, and the officials are quiet, which indicates that the launch is most likely going to be moved to next year. And why would Toyota rush with anything, considering that the current generation shows no signs of late model fatigue? Although it's been around since 2018, its sales numbers seem better than ever. Last year, Toyota sold well over 400,000 units only in North America, while the first quarter of this year brought further improvements with nearly 125,000 units sold only in this part of the world. The RAV4 remains the most popular SUV in the world, and it holds that position confidently, which may seem like a clear indicator that Toyota engineers have decided to take their time and not release the next generation before the next year. In other words, the 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid will most likely represent the final model year of the current generation. But does that mean it'll lack novelties? Not at all. It looks like there are some pretty serious updates that will make this already excellent SUV even better. So, if we assume that the redesign is going to be moved for the 2026 model year, the Japanese manufacturer will still bring a couple of major updates for the final model year of its most popular crossover. Most of the changes refer to the powertrain. According to some sources, redesigned or not, the 2025 RAV4 will be the first model year offered exclusively with hybrid powertrain. The entry-level gas-only option would be deleted, and the offer would start with a familial hybrid powertrain based on a 2.5-liter inline-4 engine with a max output of around 220 horsepower. Of course, the RAV4 Prime, the plug-in hybrid version, will remain an integral part of the offer too. Moreover, it's expected to get a nice powertrain upgrade. According to unofficial reports, the current 54-kilowatt rear engine would be replaced with a more powerful 80-kilowatt unit, so we may presume that the combined output would be even higher compared to the current one, which is rated at 306 horsepower. That would further improve already impressive performance, considering that this is one of the quickest Toyotas you can buy on the market, with the ability to hit 60 in just 5.7 seconds. Is this powertrain upgrade going to bring the bigger battery as well? It's hard to say, but we presume that the more significant changes to the system would be left for a complete overhaul. After all, the current model is still more than competitive, considering that it can make over 40 miles in EV mode, while the average fuel economy goes around 38 miles per gallon in the gas-only mode and up to 94 mpg equivalent with a fully charged battery. While most of us speculate about the next generation and possible changes, some digital artists focused on the outgoing model and offered their vision of what could be a perfect way to say farewell. Namely, these artists imagined a high-performance variant of the most popular crossover with all kinds of upgrades. What's interesting is that this unofficial preview even included a few specs, including a powertrain setup with over 400 horsepower and, listen to this, a 6-speed manual transmission. As for visual features, the imagined high-performance RAV4 comes with a full load of upgrades, starting from unique black wheels, contrasted by red brake calipers. Still, the most prominent is the completely new body kit, which includes more aggressive bumpers, side skirts, rear diffusers, and many other details you'd expect to see on a sports car. Moreover, these renders even showed us the upgraded interior with unique color schemes, materials, and many more. Of course, it's needless to say that this is pure imagination and that such a RAV4 most certainly is not going to happen. Despite that, the current model marks some impressive sales numbers. We're pretty sure that Toyota wants to keep the momentum, and that's why all eyes are currently on the next generation. Unfortunately, there isn't much to see at the moment, considering that the officials are pretty successful in not revealing any details about it. Styling-wise, we can only rely on digital renderings, and they're mostly based on the current generation, with a styling that seems even more aggressive, full of sharp lines and other sporty elements. Nevertheless, some things about the new model are pretty easy to predict. After all, if we take the fact that sales are better than ever into account, it's obvious that Toyota won't take risks with the new model. This redesign is not expected to bring any radical change. Instead, we count on the evolutionary design approach, not just in terms of styling, but in other aspects as well. First of all, size and proportions will remain the same or very similar. As for the platform, it will be an updated variant of the current TNGA, which would open up new possibilities regarding powertrain, new technologies, and safety features. However, the new RAV4 also needs substantial changes to continue to dominate in this highly competitive market. We're thinking of the chassis and suspension setup, which need to be improved a lot. Because the current generation definitely lags behind most competitors in terms of driving experience, with uninspiring handling and chronic lack of athleticism. In other words, modern-day buyers look for something more than just pure efficiency and convenience. They want a well-rounded SUV that can also be engaging to drive, and we're pretty sure that Toyota engineers are perfectly aware of the task they have to fulfill with this redesign. The next stop would be interior design. Despite the huge popularity, the current model is far from perfect on the inside. We can't say it's bad, but key rivals are way better. Just take a look at the Hyundai Tucson or Mazda CX-50, or even the RAV4's key rival, the Honda CR-V. All these models feature superior interior quality, whether it's about materials, assembling, or overall feel of refinement. Speaking of refinement, one of the aspects Toyota urgently needs to address is sound insulation, which is some of the worst in the segment, whether it's about road or engine noise. Besides these substantial improvements, the new cabin will also bring a completely new design with a more upscale look and, hopefully, nicer materials. As for the tech features, large infotainment screens and digital instrument clusters have now become pretty much a regular thing in the segment, so we expect no deviations from Toyota in this aspect. And if we consider that the new model is not expected to bring massive changes in terms of exterior design, we shouldn't see a significantly different amount of interior space either. However, we would like to see a slightly stretched wheelbase and more room in the second row. Not that the current model lacks any of it, but the competition is simply more generous. The same is true with the cargo volume, considering that rivals like the Honda CR-V, Subaru Forester, and Hyundai Tucson all have bigger cargo areas. As the automotive market is slowly leaning towards electrification, the RAV4 is likely to drop the gas-only version from the offer. As mentioned, that's probably going to happen already with the final model year of the current generation. So, with the new iteration, the focus will be on hybrids. Once again, we presume that Toyota won't be changing too many things. The base setup should remain the same, with a system based on a 4-cylinder engine. Still, some tech novelties are expected, followed by further power increase and even more impressive fuel economy. Once again, power will be sent to the wheels through a CVT. It may not be the most exciting transmission around, but it turned out to be the most efficient and reliable unit of all. Plenty enough reason not to change anything. As mentioned, the plug-in hybrid is going to get more power, and it will continue to be the quickest RAV4 on offer. But with the redesign, we also expect to see the new battery technology Toyota presented recently, which will significantly improve autonomy. According to officials, the next generation RAV4 Prime will be able to make 100 miles solely on electric power, which, we believe, completely deletes the need for an all-electric version. Redesigned or not, it's pretty clear from this perspective that the 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid won't hit the market before the last quarter of this year. And If we take the first scenario as more likely, it's also not expected to see significant changes regarding price, besides the fact that base models will be more expensive due to deletion of gas-only variants. The current model here starts at around $33,000 in a hybrid version. What do you think of the 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid? Is deletion of the gas-only variant a smart move? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.